Man, it was sad to see Jason Tatum go down in the game tonight against the New York Knicks. They once upon a time they were up, close almost 20 points, 10, 15 points in the game. All of a sudden you saw the switch change. New York got to moving that ball around the court, and Brunson, like usual, went in his bag and got busy. Oddly enough, Tatum went down with the injury. Wait to see how that's going to take place and if he's going to be available to play in Game 5. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's going to be a gentleman's sweep as far as the New York Knicks beating the Boston Celtics. Now, I know a lot of you guys are like, wait a minute, who are you? Where did you come from? Well, all of a sudden, you talking about NBA basketball. Well, let me tell you something. This is your favorite coach over at Tomorrow Sports Network. I'm going to put this on the Blow the Whistle platform so that, everybody can understand that, we talk about some of everything over here. HBCU Sports is on Tomorrow Sports Network, and on Blow the Whistle, we talk about everything. So if you haven't done so already, please make sure you tune in, tap in, tell a friend to come on in, like, share, subscribe to the channel. And like I said, kick back, relax. We're going to have us a great time. We're just going to talk a little bit about some sports here and get some things off our chest as far as what we saw in this game. What I saw in this game was everybody, again, jacking up all these daggone threes. For the life of me, I'm not understanding why Boston's so hell-bent on wanting to shoot threes. They really need somebody that's going to be able to get in that paint and get them easy baskets. Looking at Porzingis and Al Horford to do that, that's just not going to happen. Everybody want to stand on the outside, shoot three balls. For the life of me, I just don't get it. Again, the Celtics shot 48 threes. The first was at one of the previous games, they shot 60 threes in the game. I'm like, guys, that three ball is not going to always fall, especially when you're playing defense and your legs is giving out based on all of the defense that you're playing against the opposing team, trying to keep them from scoring buckets. Now, don't get it twisted. Boston was leading this game all the way through, and all of a sudden, they fall asleep at the wheel. Coach tried to call timeout to get them re-engaged as far as what they need to do so that they can get themselves back in this game, and it just didn't work out that way. As I stated, Jason Tatum went down with an injury. Hated to see that happen to him. But, this is pretty much what we see during the NBA playoffs. Somebody, a team get a break here and there as far as what's going on. You see what's going on with the Golden State Minnesota Timberwolves matchup where you got Steph Curry that's down there, hoping that he's going to be back for the game on Wednesday. Looking at that game tonight, even with them, you got Jimmy Butler only took 9 shots in the game. I mean, what in the world is going on here? I mean, I understand Jimmy Butler said he's not a volume shooter, but look at what's on the line right now. You're playing for the possibility to move on to the next round to hopefully beat that team and go play for an NBA championship. Right now, it looks like the Golden State Warriors, they have pretty much run out of gas. They don't have anything much left in the tank for them to really do anything. I honestly believe that Minnesota's going to come out in Game 5. I think they're going to generally sweep them as well. And here we got Ant-Man will be the guy that have swept all of the big names in the NBA. Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and now Steph Curry, for him to take his team and move on forward. The next step is going to be who is going to come out of that. Man, let me back up. He beat Jokic as well. I forgot about that. He did that last season. So, with that being said, now we got to see exactly what the Minnesota Vikings are going to do once they beat Golden State in this series. I'm not saying the series is over with yet because Golden State can come out with a Herculean effort and get some things rolling, where now you got Game 6 back in the Bay Area, and you gotta have Minnesota find a way to get the job done. However, with all of that being said, I think the Golden State Warriors, for the most part, I think their confidence is kind of shot. You got athletes out there on the court that's missing shots that normally would make them. Like I stated before, Jimmy Butler is not making shots, shooting 9 times in a game. I mean, that's pretty freaking pathetic for his standards. I mean, heck, you got Jimmy Butler, he had 14 points. Draymond Green had 14 points. You had Buddy Hield, 13 points. He went 2 for 6 from the three-point line, which I expected him to make more 3 points than what he did. Prozinski, make sure I said that correct. I do apologize if I butchered the name. He made the most of his points from the free throw line. He went 0 for 4 from the three-point line. And Kuminga, like I said, Kuminga came in the game. He sat out majority of the last part of the season. He really didn't play. They put him in the game. This kid's been averaging 23 points over the past 3 games, and they just can't get things rolling as far as what's going on. Kevin Looney, I mean, he's giving an effort, but I mean, again, I would expect him to get in the paint and give the center for Gobert. I figured he would give Gobert a problem in that paint. Haven't seen that go to work as well. So that's going to be an issue right there as far as with them trying to get over the hump and get everything rolling. I mean, Steph can come back in the game and start trying to put everybody on his back and try to shoot 3 balls to keep them in the game. But I honestly feel with Steph Curry being out for the past couple of games, with almost a week now, him trying to get himself back ready to get out there and really compete at a high level that he's accustomed to playing at, that's going to be difficult to do. But this Cavaliers game that's going to take place today between the Cavaliers and the Indiana Pacers. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret here. The Indiana Pacers won this series in Game 3. And I know y'all like, wait a minute, what you just say? Yes, the Indiana Pacers won this game in Game 3. And I'm going to tell you why. They won the game in Game 3. The reason why the Indiana Pacers won this game in Game 3, because there's a gentleman that's on their team. If I'm not mistaken, Jefferson for the Indianapolis Pacers set the tone in Game 3. I'm sure a lot of people didn't pay close attention to what was going on in that game. The head coach for the Indianapolis Pacers put him in the game. He came into the game and he was physical for the last like 4.5 minutes. Like 4.5, 5 minutes of the game, he's very physical out there on the court, and a lot of things that we've been accustomed to seeing get whistled. You know, him getting, players getting blown. A lot of things that we have become accustomed to seeing the referees blowing the whistle for a foul on the player that's being so aggressive to other players out there on the court. We haven't seen. And what happened in that game was, even though Cleveland won that game to get themselves back in the series, they might have won the battle, but they lost the war. Why I say that is because in Game 4, when they came out there and played, even though the young man for Indianapolis got ejected, even though Mathurin got ejected from the game early on, what took place after that, the officials got real tight with the game, meaning that they blowing that whistle like crazy. But the funny thing is, the Indianapolis Pacers was making baskets. The game, if you look at the stat sheet, the stat sheet shows that this was a close game. The biggest problem that the Cleveland Cavaliers had, they turned the ball over too much. They weren't making shots. They went to the line, I'd say, about 40 times in this game. Indianapolis went to the free throw line 20 times. Cleveland Cavaliers went to the line 40 times. 3-point shots was roughly the same. And not only that, but Cleveland out-rebounded Indianapolis as well. The problem was the turnovers. 22 turnovers to 10 turnovers. When you're not turning the ball over in a high clip in the game, guess what? You're going to beat somebody the way that Indianapolis was beating them. They was up 45 points at the half. That's something that I've never seen before. But I got to be honest with you. Cleveland, y'all played soft. Y'all played hella soft in this game. I mean, it was like you guys allowed them to just come out there and just beat y'all ass, and y'all just took it. I'm just being real with you. I mean, y'all stood out there and just took that from the Indiana Pacers. I mean, yeah, everybody's calling Halliburton, saying he's overrated. I mean, we'll say that for another time. We're not going to talk about that right now. But I'm just saying, I'm looking at everything that's going on. The damage was done. Miles Turner, Pascal, and Obi Toppin. I mean, them cats went to work out there on the court. Everybody else, they just sprinkled a little something in and gave everybody something for them to work with, and just keep them in the, keep them in the game, keep them moving and grooving in the manner which they need to. Bottom line is, when you have your big man coming in this game, I mean, Evan Mobley, I'm like, you can't come into the game and you dropping balls up underneath the basket. I mean, you dribbling the ball off your foot and you ain't even paying attention to the passes coming to you. I mean, it was almost like you was in your head as far as what was going on. And I think when Jefferson was out there putting that body on you in game 3, had you shook. Same thing with Jared Allen, had him shook. He didn't know what to do in this game. And here you got Mitchell out here trying to put everybody on his back to make this thing work. He's out the game. He's twisted ankle. So now the question remains, will he play in game 5? I'm going to be honest with you. If you come out there in game 5 and play, it will be short-lived. And why I say that is because of the fact that the intensity that the Cleveland Cavaliers need to come out there with in this game, they're not going to do that. They're going to come out there passive like they did in game 4. And basically, the Pacers are going to come in there and dog walk them once again. So, guys, y'all get ready to see what's going to happen. This is going to be a gentleman's sweep tonight between the Indiana Pacers and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland is getting ready to get sent home. And like I said, we're waiting to see exactly how everything turns out as far as with Jason Tatum and what they got going on. Jason Tatum and Boston, y'all need to take a long look at yourselves in the mirror and figure out exactly what y'all going to do. Shooting 3 points at such a high clip that y'all do, and nobody's willing to get their behind in the paint and play ball down there in that paint, get dirty. Everybody want to be a white-collar worker. You got to be a blue-collar worker as well to understand. You got to bring your lunch pail and get your behind down there in that paint and go to work. But it's okay, because if that's the way y'all going to play, guess what? They sending y'all behinds home, regardless if Tatum is on the court or not. So, guys, I hope y'all are tuned in, watching what's going to happen tonight. Leave your comments down below and let me know what you think about the information that I just shared with you, because, like I said before, I've never seen in this lifetime a bunch of guys with so much talent play like they are afraid and just flat out getting bullied out there on the court. And that's for the Cleveland Cavaliers as well as the Boston Celtics. You guys have been front runners all the way through, and then when it comes down in the fourth quarter and it's on the line, you guys are running out of gas. There's no more gas in the tank. Why? Because you used it all up in the first 3 quarters. So leave your comments down below and let me know what your thoughts are on what I just shared with you as far as what's going to take place tonight in these games, and as well as what your thoughts are as far as with Tatum. What do you think is going to happen with him? Do you believe he's going to play in game 5, or is he done for the season? I hope everything is okay with him. Sending well wishes and prayers to Jason Tatum over there with the Boston Celtics. I hope everything is okay and you can get yourself together, and hopefully the team can hold things together for you to give you a bit of time to get yourself, rested up and possibly get back out there on the court. But guys, Coach going to go ahead and get up on out this thing. But until next time, be the one and lead.